Star mode. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every day wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here, yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here, we got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell, oh yeah. 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of So Busy Fights. I have no idea where SoDeb is right now. So we're just going to start the show and we're going to fingers crossed that he shows up. I want to say hey to everybody that's in here. Before we get started, make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, let the people know that you are over here and how much you loved it. And then for those who are a part of the tribe, if you're a tribe, do the hive, stand by his side, everybody lie, do the thing. Okay. So what's up, everybody? Saying hey to all the people. And if you know how to get in touch with SoDeb, ask him where you at, sis. So let's get into the episode. We are recapping and reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac season 7, episode 5. Really quickly before we get into it, on a scale of 1 to 10, y'all know how we do. Put in the chat, what do you think this episode was? 10 being the best and 1 being the worst. I'm going to give it a 8 again. The ladies have been bringing it this summer, and I'm really excited. This season, I'm really excited about it. I know that it's one of those shows that the people not really. I'm going to start correlating it to Married to Medicine, because I started a rewatch, and Tater Bay keeps telling me I need to put this on YouTube, but I'm doing a rewatch of Married to Medicine. So, because y'all dragged me, the girls dragged me when I did my review, and they're like, you haven't watched that show. Get out now, that show. So I went back and I was like, okay, let me start from the beginning. So I'm doing a rewatch of Married to Medicine. And first of all, that's a sisterhood over there. Like, it's a really, really, really good friendship group. But it's also one of those shows that I feel like I do those girls hit over 1 million viewers? Like, I don't know. But everything is over there. Like, they have everything from season to season. Right now I'm on season 5, where it's just, I just finished season 5, which was a very emotional season for Dr. Simone, Dr. Jackie, and that's when Quad started her stuff. That season was a lot for me. I was down here crying, trying to figure out, oh my God, I really hope Dr. Simone and Caesar make it. That's a really, really good season, but it's an easy show to watch. And the cast, they just gel together well. I kind of want to say that Potomac is like that. Like, it's the same group of girls and they just gonna keep going to the end. But I thought it was a 8. I thought yesterday's episode was a 8. We got some 4s, 7s, 4s. Okay, a couple of 8s. 8, 7, 7, 7, 7.5, 7.5. Miss Keisha said it was a 5. Lowest ranking 4 because of the frustration. Girl, I get it. You ain't never seen Married to Medicine? You should watch it. All right. Are they doctors or married to doctors? Both. Some are doctors, some are, because they're married to their careers, and some are married to doctors, so they're married to medicine. So both. One person is neither a doctor nor married. So that's kind of strange, but I love her either way. She's one of my favorite characters. And that's it. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say on that. Let me call SoDev one more time. Let me give this a 30-second countdown. Let me just try to call him one more time. Okay, not sure what's going on. So we're gonna start this review, and let's start off with Ashley and Candiace. So, Candiace has once again invited Ashley into one of the homes that she's living in. Very dangerous, very scary. I don't know why she would, because y'all know that Ashley likes to intrude, and she's one of those girls who like to come into your home and then come back into the home when you say leave. Who knows what happened when the cameras went off and Candiace like, okay, see you later, girl. Go, time for you to go home. Y'all think Ashley came back to the house? Because y'all know that she good for that. She good for when you say get out of my home, she like to come back, especially if it's Candiace's house. But I digress. So they sit down there eating, and then they started talking about well, Candiace is basically letting us know that she loves Ashley, except for when she decides to be a hoe. You know, that's when it's very difficult for her. They talk about Michael being gone. He got his vasectomy, then he went to Vegas. He said, look, we're gonna snip this thing off. Okay, do you know what I'm saying? We're gonna snip access to the seed, and I'm going to start spreading my body around the world. Okay. And I know Michael's probably excited about that. So he went to Vegas first. Because what better way to act the fool than in Las Vegas? He's a little bit upset about it coming out and how people are taking it in. Candiace asked her, you know, how is it living together? Is that even allowed legally? But I guess there's parameters around. As long as you're not sleeping together, you're able to be together. She asked about how Candiace is feeling. Candiace is feeling like she's in a funk. Chris said he don't even want to be around. He don't want to think about these girls no more. He done with it. Miss Keisha, you was going through divorce during that season. We'll talk. Hey, Candiace, you want to call SoDev, figure out where he is? So Chris doesn't want to be around the group anymore and is just tired of it, trying to just deal with not supporting his wife in this endeavor as much as he would like to. She was saying that, you know, she gets Gizelle because she's been in the same room when she schemes and scams. Remember that scheming and scamming that she was doing about Monique's child, but Monique ended up fighting Candiace instead and not Gizelle. Basically Candiace is like, well, look, outside of all of that, I think you deserve to be happy. And to be honest, I heard you was getting beat down by a hockey player. And she was like, really? And she said, yes, girl, the city's small, but as she said, it was just they were out for drinks, but she like to talk about aliens. And if you're not talking about aliens, she can't talk to you. Pay the bill. You see how that's a rich woman, because she said, so just pay your bill so that we can leave, okay? Because she like to talk about aliens, and Chris can talk about aliens. Whatever it takes, I guess, to get into people's pants. I guess if Alan Strange is the thing that really gets, if ET is really gonna get your gears, really zest you up. If UFOs are really gonna zest you up, girl, then let's talk about it, I guess. And they said, well, you know, Karen used to be the same way because she used to go out of town thinking that we wasn't seeing her sneaking out, and it wasn't with somebody that was her husband. Because you really can't sneak with Ray, because he's like, hold on, dear. You know, it's one step at a time with him. But it looks like they're gonna try to have this bonding friendship, Candiace and Ashley, and trying to, you know, recreate that friendship. Child, somebody wake up SoDev, because I got words for the big. I wish SoDev the best. I'm here for BZ, no shade. Hey, exactly, Tallis. I need people on my side, because you know the girls be coming for me. There's a side note. Do you think Ashley has something to do with the altercation between Candiace and Monique? Because we all know that she was in cahoots. I think that Ashley, I think that, and this is my opinion, I think that Monique had footages. Okay, yeah, I remember at the reunion, and they said, you don't have cameras in your basement. They weren't working. She don't have cameras in her basement. Okay, now she don't got cameras in her basement. That big old house, and y'all know how much of a control freak Monique is, and making sure everything. She didn't have the cameras weren't working that day. Okay, I think the cameras were working that day. Okay, and she said, I'll turn them off. I won't turn over that footage. I saw him grab. He put his hands down his pants. I saw it myself. But I'm gonna need a favor from you one day, and I'm gonna need you to return it. And then that's when Ashley wrote that character statement against Candiace and saying that she tried to attack her in her home and threw that knife, that butter knife at her, or that cheese knife, because it looked like it was off of a charcuterie board. So I think that she did have something to do. I don't think she had something to do with the fight. I think she played a role in why it legally disappeared, because it just became television fodder. And the courts we got bigger things to handle, like reproductive rights. So I think that that's what happened. That's my opinion, y'all. The people don't have to believe it. I think that Monique had the footages of Chris putting his hands down people's pants, or at least digging into their booty holes. And Monique didn't share it. And that's why we couldn't go forward with the court of law, as Ashley liked to bring up. And I think that in order for her to keep it secret, Monique said, I'll delete those videos now, girl. It's time's up, sis. I will delete those videos if you write a statement against Candiace. And that's what Ashley did. Moving on with that. Then we get to Mia. Mia, you full of shit. You full of shit. She just full of shit. Mia was saying, now I was with Mia when she was like, well, we don't eat if there's no centerpieces. I'm the same way. If y'all saw my tables in my home right now, like everyone, I need, where's the get up? Where is the get up? And y'all know what I've really learned, and this is just the housewife in me, even though I'm not a housewife or a woman, a man who identifies as one. These wreaths make really good centerpieces. Okay, I've started to learn that. Now I make wreaths myself, but I've started to realize that if you buy a really sexy wreath, it makes a good centerpiece. You don't have to put it on your door. You can think about it this way. You put it down on a table. Make sure you have a runner or a tablecloth, whatever you like to do at your house. I love a runner. I don't like tablecloths. They just get too messy and dirty, and sometimes they get stained, and then you're not really looking at what's under it. I like runners. Put a flower pot here, candles around it. Boom, girl. Boom. Boom, girl. Love it. Love it. Anyway, so she's talking to her husband. They don't open up another one of the business that she can't run because they fired her raggedy ass. And he was like, she's like, how are you? And he's like, well, I'm really just worried about your health. Was it just me, or was me like, what do you mean? What's going on with my health? What's happening with it? What are you talking about? Her husband had to remind her of her storyline. Her husband had to remind her of her storyline. I'm just worried about your health. What about it? I'm perfectly fine. Everything that was going. Oh yeah, no, yeah, right. The testing. Oh yeah, so sick. Everything's gonna still do a testing. He had to remind her that she said she told the people she was sick. That's just me. She said with all of the stuff that's just going on, she's just trying to get back to normal. She want to take all the girls to Miami. Apparently when she was in foster care, she was shipped off to Miami, which is weird because she's a DC girl. So I don't know much about the foster care system. And that's a blind spot for me. I probably should. I didn't think that they remove you totally from your entire state. But if you're in the District of Columbia, it's not a state, so maybe they can, just like the prison system, they don't have prisons in the state because it's not a state, so then they can move you anywhere. So maybe the foster care system actually operates the same because you can just be moved. You're moved federally. You're not moved statewide because DC's not a state. You're probably moved federally. That's not for y'all to think about. Sorry. That's something I'm gonna do more research on. I actually didn't think about that. Maybe you do. She has to move to Miami. Anyway, she was moved to Miami, and what reminded her the most about living in Miami, after she was talking about her parents and her foster mom, was the fact that she was fucking Chris a G on the beach. Stole the man on the beach. Now I will say this. I had my times on the beach in Miami. Now I went to college. And during spring break, you know, things happen. I kicked the sand on the beach as well. Okay, but everybody wasn't watching. It was very dark at night. Okay, none of the girls could say that they saw me do a damn thing. Okay, and that's on God. That's on Pete. Unless the cops was watching. Let me read some of it because I know he likes to highlight the comments. Ashley knows how to play with people. She sure does. I think you got very plausible theory. I'm telling you, that Monique had those videos allegedly. You are so butch. I really do like a centerpiece. A centerpiece is nice. I make them too, and I add candles too. Yeah, the candles really give it a different. And you got to have different layers of candles. You got to have a really tall one, small one. What I started doing though, because candles come and go, what I started doing is getting tea lights and then getting different size contained flower vases or vases, and then filling those with water, and then just having a tea light because it gives the same type of atmosphere. I want to know if Big for Liars older child ain't on camera this season. She was being the biggest boss of being off. Now we have to acknowledge that she is a boss. Okay, I'll be remiss if I did this video and it's a so busy video and we didn't say that Mia was a boss. Okay, let's call the lady a boss, and he'll like that when he wake up. He's a boss. Okay, she's a boss. Then we get to Gizelle and the girls. Gizelle, why you put that towel on your face? Especially because they put that. They literally put that thing on them. Like, even if you were going to ask, like, y'all got face towels? They put that down for her feet. And she took that feet towel. And I don't know much about a nail shop. I used to get mani panties all the time. I haven't gotten them. Y'all don't want to see what they look like under these shoes. I don't remember them. I don't know if I can see. Have they? Do they sanitize it or not? Just bring it. I can't. That's why she be looking crater face and broken out, and that wig be looking, because she just put anything on her face. Can you imagine buying every hue? God, not with you sticking feet towels on your face. No, okay, leave it alone, Busy. Leave it alone, Busy. Leave it alone. They're basically preparing for her daughter's 16th birthday party. She's excited about it. And they're talking about what things are going into it, and how things can turn out. I think what's cute is that there's still, because you remember like 2 seasons ago, there was this friction with Gizelle's daughters and Jamal. And they're like, we don't want to talk to him. They were tired of him, but it feels like they kind of got a little bit past that space. Or if not, he's made an impression on his daughters where they know him and they're excited to know him. Because when Gizelle was like, he's gonna say A, it's for admiration, they're like, that's exactly what daddy would do. And as a person who didn't grow up with a father, I think that it just made it just that I like that. Let's go together. Let's do it. How's it, Aaron? I want to come down there one of these days. So I'll pick a day and then you foot the bill because you got more followers than me. So that's what we'll do. Because the last time I was there, I paid for all the drinks and the food. So now you pay for the nails. Make sure you already subscribed to them, I'm sure. So going from there, somebody said busy. It's the twins 16th party. Yeah, Gizelle's a whole bunk. It's bougie. Oh, thank you, Tara. She says, yeah, put your bees in the comments. I can't with Mia, nor Gizelle, nor Ashley, nor Robyn. I mess. They're liars. They're all liars. They're a bunch of liars. And thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. So then we get to Robyn. I know that Robyn wants to protect her finances and assets. Okay, but hear me out, y'all. I get it. The nerve. You can't spend all my money. You can't spend all my money. And then be like, don't touch mine. Like the nerve. Now, if you want to do an infidelity clause because we had problems with me, my peen going everywhere, okay, I get it, sure, whatever. But the nerve of her trying to separate assets, in my opinion, after all my, and she think it's so cute. Well, when we got a divorce last time, there was nothing to separate because we didn't have none. Girl, thanks to you. Thanks to you. I know a lot of people on her side are saying, get your prenups. You got it. You could do it. That's I'm glad a woman is taking control and making sure her money's together and this and that. I get it. Woman empowerment, me too. All that's cute. But the nerve of her to literally, they had conversations several times about her losing all of the money. She can't even file taxes right. The first season was her spending all the money and then man unaliving himself, and then other seasons later it was about her filing taxes and those going away and then having to pay more money. At this point, she's not the best she's not financially astute. And now you talk about is there a way that he can't touch someone? God, the nerve. The absolute nerve of you. Well, because when we were together and we got divorced, we didn't have to split anything because there was nothing left. Girl, and to whom's fault was that? And who gave our money away to whom? And that person jumped off a bridge, allegedly. I think that's how he unalived himself. Girl, the nerve. If I was Juan, and Juan's taking it way better than me because he's probably like, I'm not marrying you anyway. I would be like, Robyn, really? You lost hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars, and now that it's your money you talk about, girl. If you don't sit down and make another hat and ship it out, don't come to me about nothing. Don't come to me about nothing. He cheated and moved on and came back. She spent 12 millions of NBA money. Is she going to want that prenup when she loses? Well, they'll never get married. So that's what I felt too. I'm just saying, don't worry, a mess. Just too much. It's good and crazy. And look, the fool going in there. Well, can you just put it in there? Can you get a clause to shut up and not do nothing else? Okay, thank you so much. That's all I wrote for that. After that, we get to Karen, Ashley, and Wendy. Y'all, I don't know where this place is, but I promise you one thing. I am going to find it. If there's one thing that y'all want to know about me, is that Busy loves flowers. If I could take y'all around my house now, you will see a lot of them. And a lot of them are very fresh because Tater Babe buys them for me every Thursday. I love a bouquet of flowers. I love all different types of flowers. That tulip garden, look now, lilies are my favorite. I mean, tiger lilies specifically. They're just, it's something so beautiful about a tiger lily. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the dots. I don't know. It's something just specific, and just I love. Now, lilies in kind to me though smell like a dirty diaper. It's weird, y'all. I don't know. They stink to me, but they smell. I mean, they look gorgeous. So they stink. They smell like dirty diapers, but they look gorgeous. That tulip garden thing that they was in, I want to be there and I want to lay down and I want to live in that garden. They just look beautiful. Y'all know how difficult it is to just grow tulips. They're really hard because those are bulbs that you need to plant a certain way. If they're upside down, they're very specific. Somebody put your bees in the comments with your marks that one. There's a requirement. Yes, come on, let's get the money back. But that y'all put your bees in the comments. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That tulip garden was just gorgeous. It was amazing. I just want to be there. That said, nobody knew the weather that day. Okay. So one person coming with sweater. It looked like Wendy had on a negligee. It wasn't just me, or did Wendy come out there looking like don't tell me her name. She's one of the Golden Girls. Because she would always have on a negligee. You had Dorothy. I can't remember the one that was a host. Which frustrates me. Blanche Devereaux. Yes, thank you, Leah. Yes. She just had on this negative. Was it just me, or was it giving kimono tease? I don't know, but it looked like a negligee. And then Ashley I don't know, man. Maybe the jacket was just for fashion because she had on a leather coat, but I guess it was just for fashion. Either way they get there. It was Wendy, it was Karen and Ashley first. And they talk about, he got snipped. And Karen said, well, how do you feel about that? Did y'all hear asking myself, girl, I don't give a shit. And I thought to myself, since when? Wasn't she the one? Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Put it in the comments. Wasn't she the one last episode? It's just not being able to take a seat in and really give it. It's just making me. It's so sad. It's so hard not being able to. Girl, now you don't give a shit. It's just pick a struggle. Pick a struggle because it's really bothering me. She was just the one saying, oh my God, it's going to be so hard not trying to have his children. I'm just thinking about it. Now today, she don't care. Never care. Don't give a shit. Whatever. So Wendy comes. They start pulling the bulbs. They start talking about Wendy's kids not going. I heard y'all already during the last review. I'm not sending my kids with somebody who I don't know like that. I get it. I understand. I don't have children. Okay. Wendy says that, you know what? She needs the girls to come together. Okay. Just so that we could do a burn session. No, we didn't give a burn. We need to come together and just burn everything. Okay, Wendy is trying to figure out how we can settle the group, and she wants to have a burn session. She started to hear, oh no, wish Deb was here because there's people who are in this in the DMV area, right? So y'all put in the comments. I think there's two questions I have. The first one is, where the fuck did scene come from where it looks like Deborah's there, Mia's there, Ashley's there, and Wendy, they talking where they're giving her advice on, girl, you raggedy, I can't believe. Was that y'all think that was at Karen's spring into spring celebration of life, I'm old but still alive loving party? Y'all think that was that? Because a part of it felt like it was at the park on 14th Street. Because I saw, y'all know at the park where it's in the middle, okay, where there's a big hole in the middle. And even though you don't know what's going on in each floor, you can kind of see and tell what's going on in each floor. It seemed like it was at the park. So did they go to, because y'all remember she did that TikTok, I mean, not the TikTok, the Instagram that Chris said to Ashley when she said we went out after to the park and he said come to the W. And I was thinking that looked like the park, but I'm not sure where that scene come from and where they was at, because we didn't see that. I don't know. I don't get it. When it was so shady to bring it to the winery. I'm still confused who Deborah is. Deborah is Ashley's friend who I used to like, but now I realize don't like her no more. Got to go. She was there episode one or two, not sure. Don't quote me. And she was talking to Ashley about the things she was doing, how well she was handling mommy care and the divorce and her TikTok dances. They met in a mommy group, something like that. She was asking all the right questions. I liked her. But from what I hear, from what we learn later on in the episode, Deborah is a piece of shit too. Anyway, Wendy is understanding that, look, I may be saying things in the wrong way and people are taking it the wrong way. So let's burn this bullshit. Okay. Then we get to Candiace. Candiace is with her sister and with Chris. Was it just me, or did y'all ever see that episode? I don't know how ghetto y'all are, but y'all ever watch that episode of Love and Hip Hop where Ray J hat was like this? And every time that they came back to his hat was like this. That's what Candiace was looking like in all these scenes. Okay. She kept messing with her hair, and then it kept being here. And I was thinking the continuity is so bad. And it was the most unreal scene that I felt like I watched throughout this whole entire time. And then her sister poured them both a glass of red wine, yet Chris ended up drinking white wine. It was like the continuity was bad. This was the first time that I was like, nah, bravo, y'all slipping on your pimping. It was a mess. It was a mess. The continuity was all over the place. And continuity is very important to me. I have an eye on everything that's going on. Candiace's hair was here. It was here. It was back here. It was up here. She had it in the butt. I was like, it was everywhere. And then the sister poured the wine glasses. They both had red wine, but then he was drinking white wine. And I said, what the hell? Everything was all over the place. Go back and watch the scene. It was too much for me to digest. Either way, she's re-releasing Deep Space, a deluxe album. It hurt my soul because Candiace was excited that Trina has decided, the baddest beat, decided to work on one of the songs with her. And her sister said, who is Dad? Who is Dad? Who is Trina? Never heard of her. Don't know nothing about her. Never heard of it. If it's not Beyonce, don't know. Never heard of it. And a part of me died a little bit because I thought to myself, I'm old. I'm old. And it was just a lot to say. Thank you so much, Candiace sister. Okay. So we get from that scene. Wait, no, she reads Wendy's invite. She nervous about it. We blah blah blah. She wants to be done fighting with Ashley. I want her to be done fighting with Ashley. I really want them to come to a common ground and then take over and continue on the show. It don't look like that's about to happen. We're going to have these geriatric grannies fighting for seasons to come and look like. Anyway, we get to the burn session. Wendy is in a truck by herself. She has kidney stone. Confession, that's my biggest fear. Okay, y'all see how I be drinking bubblies and ahas and all that type of stuff. I have the biggest fear of having to pass a kidney stone. They say it's the closest thing to birth. And sometimes I see that people are like, yeah, I had to pass a kidney stone. It was this big. And I'm thinking to myself, how was that going to come out of my penis? I could not imagine trying to push out this. I could not imagine it. And people have had huge kidney stones. How do you do that? Do you pass a kidney stone to the? I hear you gotta pee it out. Can you go? Can you pass a kidney stone from your rectum? I don't know. My doctor's in the chat. Let us know. Can you pass a kidney stone through your rectum? Because I thought you had to urinate a kidney stone out. And what I know is that from what I hear, there's some men who have had to push out kidney stones as big as a baby. I wouldn't live. And they would have to just chop me up because I could not do it. And I drink water regularly every day. And I do need to get back to 8 ounces. 8 ounces of water, or however much it's supposed to be. I know I drink a lot of water, but when Wendy was talking, I was thinking to myself, I need to do more. You can't keep it in. You have to, Pat. It has to come out. They can dissolve them. Is that a new thing, Sarah? Don't have me start saying F water, and then they're like, no, we can't. My doctor's in the house. What's ways that you could pass a kidney stone? Either way, I don't think that I knew of a lot of women who've had them. I know of more men who've gotten them, and I know that it has scared me to death. And I drink water regularly because don't want to do it. Okay, it's a very big fear of mine. Girl, take me home to glory. If the doctor said you're gonna have to just push this one out, I said, well, sedate me and chop me up. I want to be cremated. This is what I want my arm to say. Girl, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go, girl. I'm not pushing that thing out. I'm not. And do what with it? Girl, no. I'm about to go. They say it's painful. Wendy said in that truck that it was close to the feeling of giving birth. At least you get to see the little baby grow up. Well, I'm about to push this thing out and do. And what? God, no. You can have it, and I won't have anything to do with it. Nope, not doing it. No, thank you. No, thank you. Y'all can leave. You need to leave. Got to go. Then she talked about her being booked and busy. She's so busy. This is another thing I got to talk about. And I don't want to shade people's medical conditions and what they're going through. And me and Tavon talked about this a little bit last night. So, y'all correct me, okay? Because I don't have SoDep here, so I need y'all to be SoDep. No, don't do that like that, okay? She said her mother was rushed to the hospital. Then she explained the story. And she said she went for her routine checkup. and some of the numbers were high, so they just admitted her. Y'all see what a wordplay is here and how Mia just like to put things together? Y'all see how Wendy was like, my mother was she was rushed to the hospital the other day, and then she told us a story, and she was in her routine checkup. Her numbers were elevated, so they admitted her. Was she rushed to the hospital? Because it sounded like she had an appointment. Do y'all get what I'm saying? It sounded like she had an appointment. So was she rushed to the hospital? Because it sounded like she had an appointment. It just sounds like she had an appointment. That's just my opinion. That's all I'm saying. What she said, because I was thinking, oh my God, now her mother rushed to the hospital. What's wrong with her? Then she said, so she went in for her routine checkup, and some of her numbers were a little bit, elevated. So they admitted her. I said, well, none of that sounds rushed. Like nothing sounds rushed. I go to routine checkup, and if my daughter was like, well, you know what, we may need to watch you overnight. Girl, I don't think the people are thinking like, Gertie, gotta take him out. It's just you put somebody said, what somebody said, add a little salt. It was just a lot too much. A little possessed. I can't. Okay, she said the doctors called the EMTs and they took her to the hospitals and admitted her. Maybe that's a possibility. That's what me and Tay talked about, because I know that my PCP is not in an actual hospital. My PCP has their own practice. So it could be I was at my PCP, the numbers were high, and they were like, okay, I don't know. I'm sorry, because I can't even see my PCP be like, okay, gotta lay you down, we need you right now. Just rush to the. I don't know. I don't know. Reality is stopping me. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like she was doing a lot. Getting from there, we get to the other bus. I thought the other bus was a little nice. I know that they were calling it dusty or whatever. I've been to Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain is very beautiful. They get out. Not Kaiser. You think that she got Kaiser? Not with the money that Wendy got, she got. I guess. I guess. Most of the people here in the DMV got it. It happened to me when I was pregnant. Okay, so it is possible. Y'all drag me, let me know. Because I was looking at it like, okay, first you said it, but it sounded like she went there herself. Okay. So they get to the winery. Candiace is triggered, but she put on the brave face and still went in. Because she's a strong black woman. As much as y'all want to talk about her, she's a strong black woman. So she goes in there. Gizelle don't know how to say hello first. They sit down. So the memes girl immediately looks at Ashley. I don't even think she adjusted her booty right in the seat yet. Soon as Gizelle sits down. So are the memes, how you handling the memes? The people talk about your divorce. How does it make you feel? You feel bad? She just gets right to work. And my thing is, I know where Blue Mont is in Virginia. Girl, it took us about at least an hour and a half, maybe two, depending on how long y'all what time of the day you left. Can we eat cheese first? Like, can I get my brief before you get into it? Let's try to enjoy it just a little bit before you dive right into it. Gizelle sits the hell down and says, let's go. I'll be damned if I drive 2-3 hours out into Virginia and now you like, so what's going on with your husband? Like, that's it. Just give us can I get my glass first? Ashley basically was like, look, it's kind of hard, but it's hard to watch at the expense of my husband. Gizelle can relate to that. I can understand that. If I wasn't with Taylor Bay anymore, I would feel very frustrated if people were painting him out to be something that the person I loved, and I know that they're not. or they had an indiscretion and they become something else. And I want to feel like Taylor Bay will feel the same about me. Like it can be hard having children with being married too, because then what do you think they're thinking about you as a person? This is who you choose to lay down with, and they're a philanderer, or they're all of these things. And you wouldn't want that for your life or for your children or for your family, or for people to look at you like that. So that part, it actually did resonate with me. We get from there. Mia said, look, girl, what is the burn dead thing? What's this? Why are we here? Okay, sis, let's get down to it. Wendy said, we're going to write some shit down. We're going to write it down. We're going to burn it. And I was thinking, this is more of a bonfire event, but I'll let it go. Okay. Because then she had to use a candle. It got real ghetto. Then she started using a big lighter. And it just, a parts of it was just very, y'all thought Robyn's event was ghetto. Just because we in a winery don't make this event less ghetto. It's supposed to be a burn event. Maybe we should be around a bonfire, write some things off, get things that we're struggling with off our chest, and then talk about what we're struggling with each other. I feel like that would have been more symbolic. Somebody put me on the show. Let me do production. But no, here we are, her with a big lighter saying, tell me what it was that you got going on. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna burn this. Good, yeah. Right. Okay. Next person. Good. That's you ain't doing shit. This not doing shit. To be honest, here, at least bring one of your 4-wick candles. At least. Let me make sure I don't start the fire alarm. I don't know how she didn't do it. So anyway, the girl start. She said, "In y'all see how she was like, well, in order to really set the tone, I'll start with me." Then she gave a caveat because we started with her. Since we started with her, if you don't have anything nice to say, how about compliment the person? Oh, bitch, no. Oh, I see what you're doing. We see what you're doing. Oh, now it's give a compliment, pour into the girl. Oh, since we started with you, we're gonna add compliments. And that wasn't the part of the plan when you first said it. Now you trying to switch it up. We'll deal though. We'll deal. Okay. Ashley said there was a wall before, the wall's down, whatever. Candiace said the same thing. So did Karen. Mia said, girl, you take out the lighter, sis. You can be dismissive, okay? And you don't know how to take accountability. We move on from there. Robyn said, girl, I don't like you, you don't like me. I am oil, you're water, and that's it. We'll keep on moving from there. Child, and what I say Wendy didn't better, that's growth. And I would like to be that mature. Okay. I think that Wendy handled it the best way. Girl, I'm gonna meet you where you are. If we're sitting here trying to open up past wounds, get over them, and you like, well, I'm oil, you're water, and we're gonna leave it alone. I'd be like, all right, sis, thank you so much. Gizelle, your turn. And that's that on that. And I didn't like that they started to put more of them in because Gizelle starts to talk. I can't remember what it is. I don't know. Oh no, she said, you was on a hate train against me. You see how Gizelle talks about accountability? But then as soon she don't take accountability. The thing she is pushing towards what Wendy needs to take accountability for, she's not saying where she started it. You went on this hate train or something. Girl, it's because you started this about my husband. Sis, and I did go on a hate train with you and your friend who was saying F me. I did do that because of what you did. You have to take accountability for your actions so that I can take accountability for my actions. We just not going to say that I need to take accountability for what I did. You need to take accountability. Y'all get what I'm saying? And it was frustrating me when you went in this hate training and you tried to hug me and this and that. Girl, if you don't sit your wig wearing ass down. Okay. So then they were like, well, wait. Are you hearing what Robyn said? And I'm thinking to myself, yes, did. I heard it too. I heard it too. I felt like what was frustrating is that they were trying to make Robyn feel like she needed to do more. I mean, not Robyn, Wendy feel like she needed to do more to hear about what is Robyn really asking you to take a ball time for. So she's like, well, girls, I said the name of the game is writing on a piece of paper that I'm gonna burn with a big lighter. She didn't say she didn't. Well, we don't have time to write down the girl says who? We're filming right now. We got a schedule. Write that soliloquy and write a poem if you need to do a sonnet. Do whatever, or in a sermon, just like she said. Do whatever you think you need to do, sis. Or just like Candiace did, which I didn't write nothing down. I'm going to say it this way, girl. You not gonna have me apologize to anybody about anything and take accountability for anything. And she didn't say anything. And that part really frustrated me. Well, we really need to know what you're taking. What I'm gonna do this. Whatever made you feel like I made you feel like we're oil and vinegar or oil and water, whatever you used. I take responsibility for that. Because girl, that's how simple you kept it. What we said the rules was write down what you felt, and I will take accountability for that. You wrote down oil and water. I feel like we're oil and water. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. Next person. I didn't like how they were diving into Wendy saying, well, no, we really need to understand and you need to, well, then she needs to say it to me and she didn't say anything. And I didn't like that. That really bothered me. I didn't think that Wendy did anything wrong by just saying, okay, well, sorry you felt that way. And whatever part I played in it, I apologize for it. Next, because that's how Robyn played the game. Robyn played the game of, we're never going to get along. Thank you. And I will say, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Next. The fuck? Then here goes Robyn. And I don't know how many people felt the same way I felt, but as a reviewer, you have to sometimes we watch the show several times. I know I watched the show at least 3 times, so I can really get it in what I saw. As soon as Robyn was like, I didn't need to be I don't like you saying that I tried to fight you. That gives a negative connotation, and I don't like that reference being. I said, hey, this is the pot calling the kettle black, because I don't even like Monique Street Fried or Samuels, Monique Hayuka Samuels, Monique Knock 'em Down Samuels, no Monique Catch Me Outside Samuels. Even I'm not a fan of her. And y'all kept doing that. Y'all was dragging that thing out for as long as you could. Okay. Monique, I'll choke you out with this umbrella Samuels. Okay. Even I don't like her like that. And I can see, girl, oh, well, this is a little interesting how y'all acting and how you taking it. And then it was like, well, you said that somebody had to put your hands on me to restrain me when we were at the TikTok dancing class. Did. And I think what made this scene so much better is how calm. And I don't know if it's the kidney stones, okay? But how calm Wendy was. You did. And you did have to be restrained. And that is exactly what happened. No, I did not. And someone needs to. And I can't believe it. It's like, and as soon as she brought that up, I turned to say to Bay, and I said, and this is before a flashback even happened. I said, no, she did have to be restrained. Sharice put her hand up. Now, I don't remember Sharice standing up and pushing her back. I don't remember none of that. I gotta be honest, I don't remember none of that. But I do remember Sharice having to put her arm out when Robyn started walking, because I related it to, and this is how I remember it. It reminded me of when that girl with that soft husband, she was like, you don't need to backpedal now, Kenya. And Kenya said, I'm not backpedaling. This is front pedaling. Okay? This is forward pedaling. I'm going forward, girl. And the people had to hold her back. I related it to that. I was thinking Robyn standing up, and then Sharice put her arm out. So I was like, that's the only reason why I remember that scene. And immediately I was like, well, you did have to be restrained. No, I didn't. I can't believe you're saying that. And then Gizelle got the biggest mouth and the tackiest wig, but wasn't she in the room with Mia? Wasn't she in wasn't she in the room with Mia? You got the biggest mouth and you ready to talk with your sis, your good Judy. But wasn't you in the room with Mia? Anyway, then we're like, because I think people who don't have iPhones don't realize what was going on. Sharice didn't call. Robyn called Sharice. Okay. For those who don't have iPhones, Sharice did call because Tatum Babe was like, oh, now Sharice is calling. How convenient. And I was like, Sharice ain't calling her. Sharice didn't call, y'all. Robyn called Sharice. And you know, Miss Thirsty, if she's ready to film, she came in still with makeup on. Yes. Did you have to put a finger on me? And did you have to do anything? First of all, if there's anything my partner has taught me, I'm not talking to you in this heightened state. Okay, calm down. Tell me what's going on, or don't say calm down because now we're in a fight. Let's take a unit. Let's take a couple of breaths. What's going on? Can you tell me that you have to tell? Did you have to say anything? Did you have to put a finger on me and say anything? Here goes Sharice, lie big liar, son. Her in her champagne room. No. Let me tell you something, Sharice. Sis, I love you and I defend you. But you get on the word saying these two words. You get on the show saying these two words. Girl. You get on the phone saying these two words and thinking you're part of the show is very sad and depressing to me. Okay, give it up. Give it up, delicious. You look like a man. This is not going to work. No. And did y'all see her throughout as Robyn kept yelling, exactly. Sharice just on the phone like this. God, you are not a housewife. And you're not a cast member. And you look sad and you look pathetic. Now, I'll be on her side, but you look sad and you look pathetic. And you lying in our faces. I'm done with it. Now Robyn's done. Exactly. I'm not going to sit here and listen to y'all lie. I'm done. Now she's getting up and she's like, because this is BS. Somebody give me my Uggs. Yeah, get comfortable, girl, because you going to need the answer to this later on in the future and definitely at this reunion because you look stupid. You look dumb. You look dusty. Somebody hand me my Uggs. Okay, girl. Go back to that van that y'all drove up and finished that prenup that you're trying to get against your husband after you ruined his career and all of his money. That's what you go back and do since you're so good at it, okay? And here's Gizelle. I don't think she has to listen to this BS. Girl, if you don't shut up and put on a new wig and then learn how to walk in heels, don't talk to us, feet face. Don't talk to us, feet face. Here we go. Then we get Ashley. Okay. Ashley Forehead Darby with baby it. We get Pennywise's mother. Here she go. Crips Keeper's wife, Pennywise's mother decides. Now, I think the only one who's safe is, I think his name is Dean. Then here she comes. Well, I wanted to bring up something, girl. And who said we was talking to you? I'm just saying that I had a friend who said, that Chris was a little bit more flirty with her. And here we go again. Candiace. What's the purpose of this? What is the purpose of this? Well, I'm just saying that I know. Well, you were just over my house. Okay, you could have called me. You could have texted me. You could have had a personal conversation with. What I'm thinking, it would have been better if I told you to your face. Well, then you could have come over to the house like you did the other day. You could have just come over to the house. Well, I just learned it. You just learned about it right now. Bullshit. Bullshit. Well, with all of the, because the goalposts just kept moving more and more. Well, I just found out I didn't know, and I just wanted to take because of face to face. Well, you call Michael a predator. Okay, is we've seen it ourselves. We know exactly is grabbing McGraberson, sucking D down to the park and saying he wants your husband to, and that's how he'll probably start making more than you because what's going to be happening is that the money that he was not giving you, he's going to start giving to Juan Dixon. Well, I'm just saying. Well, Mia also said when I said Ashley was great when the reach. I think she thought this was a TikTok video because she was sitting here doing this. Yes, what can I? Well, Mia said it. I knew I was seeing you the other day. You called my husband this, and maybe I could. The girl was reaching. She thought it was a TikTok dance. She was reaching. Okay, reach for the sky. She thought she was Woody, and she was reaching. Okay. Or was it Buzz Lightyear? Either way, she was reaching, and she thought she was going for the stars. And here she went. Oh my God. And what Mia said, hold on, girl. Hold on, sis. I said he was looking at me. I didn't say that he was sexual. I was just saying that he was looking. Maybe he liked my dress or something like that. Or, maybe he was looking past me. Mia was backpedaling like no other. Mia was backpedaling like no other. And I mean, I did say he was looking. I said he was looking in my direction. I didn't really. What I meant to say was that Chris was looking over in this way, but I don't know if he was like really looking at me. I was just trying to say that when I saw him, he was looking in the same direction as me, the vicinity, but at least 50 feet. He was looking around. That's what I was trying. Child, me a backpedal pussy pot so fast. Either way, then Ashley says, well, the pendulum always swings the other way, doesn't feel good. And that's it right there, forehead beach. That's it. It's the big payback. That's it. And there we have it. You're trying to get back at me for what? Because your husband is grabbing me. I've never seen somebody who's so non-protective, and she just said at the Tulip Garden she don't care what's going on with her husband getting snipped. She could not care less. And she's talking about what the pendulum swinging is doing. Whose side are you on, Ashley? I was about to call her Ashley Stewie. Shout out to Erica De Niro. Ashley Stewie Darby. Whose side are you on, TikTok woman? Well, I just want to say that there are other DMs that he was doing there are not so innocuous. Girl, you couldn't spell it if you tried, and get off my phone. How about you get a job and learn what bills look like and stop having your husband pay for everything? And that's why when the producers ask you, well, what does something cost? You couldn't tell them what a slice of bread is and how much a loaf costs and how much eggs are because you haven't done anything. And while your husband's going around getting nipped and tucked and snipped and now effing everybody in Vegas, you're still trying to figure out if you can or can't get home, and he's already decided that for you. While one of our good Judys is her parents are building her sister a home after her mom already had one because there's generational wealth there. Your mother can't get a good wig, and your dad doesn't even want to talk to you. And now here you are left with two kids, one who looks like a monster who lives in the gutter, and you sitting here trying to be friends with two women who really don't like you like that. So that was the episode. I really thought that SoDeb was going to join us. I thought it was a 8. I think after reviewing it, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. It was really good. Really excited about it. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about this episode. Put in the comments. Oh, my ear is ringing, and they said if the right one's ain't ringing, that means I'm going into my destiny or my angels trying to talk to me. Somebody's saying something right now. That's my right one right here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how you feel about everything. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna come up back right after this because I got a gift in the mail, so I'm really excited. So I'm gonna open that. I haven't done that in a minute. If you want to know more about me and everything else I've going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, where this is not streaming right now. That's kind of weird. I didn't put it on. I didn't put it on the other platform. So that's kind of weird. Make sure you subscribe to SoDev. We'll be there next week. I'm about to go get busy, and you all stay busy. All right. Till next time.